from this computer.
Rapid fire today. We're gonna shoot a lot of questions. They're all gonna interview some. You're gonna learn a lot of things. Very interesting questions. Shall we start?
Let's go. Jack from salesbrad.com, Jeremy from quickmail.com. Let's get started. Number one, how can you reduce no-shows?
Let's you throw the question at me.
Boom.
Oh, damn, I failed. How can you reduce no-show? You make sure you contact them. You have a campaign for each and every lead that actually want to go on a campaign on a call with you, and you send them a video so they get understanding of what you do, what they expect in a call, and that's one of the things.
Don't forget call reminders.
Yep.
Don't forget. Also get the phone number for each person that's going to join you for a meeting, so that if they're 2 minutes late, hey, it's Jack from SalesBread. I'm here in the Zoom room.
Waiting for you.
There you go.
Yep.
Next, I joined a startup, but they don't have product market fit and I'm not closing any deals. What should we do? Don't panic. It just means that you need to do a lot of learning and experimenting, which to me means choosing likely customers, do your customer interviews, and let that inform small batches of prospects that you're going to run mini campaigns for, so that you speed up your learning as fast as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Prioritize learning and speed up experiments.
Jeremy, is it possible to not work very hard, but still hit my quota?
No.
I'm going to say absolutely. Absolutely. Just imagine if you figured out the right way to put a team under you in place to execute your outreach campaign, so that you really only dealt with qualified. Yeah, but once it's rolling, in theory, you could have, some help getting the leads and you're just closing. So there is a way, but you have to be extremely strategic about it. So that's why a lot of people might not believe it's possible.
I have another idea. You go and hire SalesBread. You basically have an agency that is doing good work. That's less work for you.
Appreciate it, Jeremy. All right, next question. Is it worth being verified on LinkedIn?
No.
I don't know.
Don't know either.
Next, my prospects keep asking for discounts. How can I close deals without giving stuff away? Oof.
If they're asking for discount, it's simple. It's because they think you're in a commodity space.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Fair enough.
If they need your product, and they see the value for your product, then they will just be asking it as I just asking, but that should be an end conversation, not the beginning.
Good question. I would say, are you sure you're targeting the right accounts? Do they really have the budget that you're after?
Yeah.
And then number two, are you conveying value as clearly as possible so they understand why it's smarter, regardless or when considering price compared to the rest of the market?
Okay.
My sales manager gives all the good leads to other reps. What is the fastest way I can generate my first 10 leads this month?
What's the game with ABC? Always be closing.
Be closing.
There's some leads that are given to the other reps, and everyone's just jealous about those leads. Anyway.
Yeah. See, here's what I would do if you want to generate 10 leads, then maybe you're brand new to the lead generation space. First thing I would do is find out, do you have any connections that can help get you an intro with a good account? I believe you probably do, especially if you haven't tapped your network already. It's easy enough to do. Ask the right people if they know someone struggling or looking for a better way to achieve something that you can help with. Be very concrete about the type of business, the role that you can serve properly. And if you haven't tapped your market yet, you should find at least 10 great leads through that route.
I agree. Moving on.
Okay. My sales manager wants us to make 100 useless calls a day. How can I make a solid case for cold email at my company?
Do you have anything for that?
Yeah. So first, you need to take this on your own shoulders. So if it was up to me, it'd say, look, you don't have to pay extra. I'm going to stay late. I'm going to figure out our first batch of cold email campaigns. I'm going to use a separate domain, so you don't have to worry about any complications, added costs. Take the hours needed to build that campaign yourself, and let the leads you generate help your team decide if you need to go full in on cold email or other forms of outreach.
I'll say do your 100 calls because that's what your boss wants you to do, but at the same time, do something in a parallel to just make the case for it. You will be more informed as well by making the calls because you'll understand what the objections are, and then you will be create
fair enough.
better campaign.
It-
So do it anyway, because I think it's helpful no matter what.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. Two more. Should I use Spintext or personalization? High volume or low volume? It's a question that should be continuing to come up. And the answer is yes, you should use both. Think about where is your huge market opportunity in terms of total addressable market. They get Spintext, or in other words, what's Spintext? Quick.
Rotation of different sentences or different messages.
Right.
Placed at the same place.
To improve your high volume deliverability, right?
Exactly.
Your cold email
By
deliverability.
creating lots of different variations.
Perfect. And when you're going lower volume, then yes, personalization. Last question.
Before we go there, there is a couple of episodes back, or 2 or 3 episodes back, like over there, where we talk about Spintext and we also talk about volume. So
Check episode 363, I believe.
He's got a better memory.
Let's find out. Okay, last question. When is AI useful in cold outreach?
Do you use AI?
Yeah, I like it actually, Jeremy, for prospecting. So I'll feed AI my target accounts and say, double check that they're B2B SaaS, double check that they offer this service on their homepage.
Yeah.
I think it's actually pretty helpful.
I like it.
It's kind of the pre-human triple check.
Yeah. I like it for categorization as well. Like what is service they're trying to sell. It's kind of helpful as well. So it's really good. You could use it potentially for writing messages, but it has to be as a first of like ID generation stage, right?
Yeah. Like just almost outlined.
Exactly.
And being concrete, what I would recommend is feed it your sales research materials. Here's a presentation, here's call notes, here's our cold call script, and then say, analyze this and tell me the selling points, tell me the social proof, what calls to action. And it'll help you just organize and speed up your learning as you figure out how to sell this stuff the right way.
Just remember, it can hallucinate, and it does very strongly.
Right. Double check it. There's even a disclaimer at the bottom, but this is a rapid fire. Jeremy, thank you.
Next time.
Quickmail.com, salesbread.com, and course.quickmail.io will get you to the next step. Until then,
see you next time.